Hello and welcome to another interesting episode of Reflections, where we share stories that recharge and rejuvenate us. And as always, we have a very wonderful guest with us today, Keethan Nadarajah. Keethan is a senior registered nurse and has been practicing and teaching meditation for the past 22 years. And he coordinates one of the meditation locations in Toongabbie, which is a suburb in Sydney, Australia, and as part of which he organizes various self-development programs and meditation courses. And the title for today's story is Power of Your Supercomputer. And as he says, how would you feel if you had access to a software and whatever you wanted to get done would get done for you without any effort? And we all have that inner computer. So sounds like a very exciting story of how we too can activate that supercomputer, which is there in all of us. So with that note, I would like to welcome you, Keethan. A very warm welcome from the team, and really looking forward to hearing your story and learning all about the supercomputer. So welcome, and over to you.
Thank you, Sister Lada. Thank you for opportunity. Yes, this is something not only you excited, I'm excited to hear myself again this, because sometimes we don't realize how much power we have, how much you have gone through, how much you achieved. So reflecting, the title is of this program called Reflection. I was surprised how much inner power we possess. Little bit secret. I'm not the person who interested in study or material. No, not even in school. I never participate in any school activity, no extracurricular activity. Nothing motivates me. But only one thing always motivates me. I don't know how it's happened, but it's always wanted to serve, help people. Even somebody had in school time, somebody need any help. It's naturally I wanted to help them. This has happened. So because of that, I think someday by random they announced they have first aid course starting. So I'm one of the first one to signed up, and around 35 people joined. And eventually, after a couple of sessions, most of them dropped out, and 5 of them I think remained, and I'm one of them. Then because I'm the smallest person in the audience, they always use me as a model, to practice anything. Anyway, that's not the story, but that led me to various activity. Then I reflecting, when I came to Australia, one of my motivation is not to study or anything. But I always wanted involved in spirituality or something to do with anything. Before even I come to Australia, I had opportunity to spend 2 years in Chennai, in India. I had a very wonderful experience. Such a wonderful experience. I gone through a spiritual awakening at that time. I became part of the Guruji's learning process. I had a severe motivation. I wanted to do this when I go to Australia. So when I came to Australia, interestingly, my father said, I don't care what you do, as long as you complete the degree. So imagine, I don't want to study anything, not even in school. Here I need to study, complete degree in English language, which I'm not very good at the time. So it became a big challenge. So what I did, this is what I knowing, I said, I need to do this. So somehow I need to complete this degree no matter what. So I just had a thought, this is what I want to achieve it. This is the topic here, activating your inner computer, your super genius computer. I tell them, I want to complete the degree here somehow. So as soon as you input that information, things started to fall around, okay? Everything started to happen. And there's in the university, there's a curriculum called special entry or something. So they mean they have give opportunity for people who couldn't continue the study for whatever reason. Somehow with my father's help, my brother's help, I entered the university. But entering is okay. Now we had to study for 3 years to complete the degree, right? That's the time I was so thankful. I'm so grateful I was part of started learning meditation at the time. That's really gave me a jump start that able to complete my degree. That's how I complete my degree. How it started actually, because as I said, I was some time ago, I learned someone through personal development, they said, whatever you want in your life, write it down. And he said, write it down, and every day, morning and evening, look at the list and imagine you have achieved that. This is what I heard many years ago. Then this is what I did. So as I said earlier, I wanted to organize a spiritual temple for my Guruji. That's my motivation at the time. And I wanted to do various things in my list. So I did that, and I was every now and then very casually, I was looking at it. I'm not even actively, casually looking at the list and everything. I was doing it. I totally forget about that for after many times. So the list also I lost. Interestingly, after some years, now I realize everything I accomplished in the list. It is because of the power of the supercomputer, which is our mind power. Everybody here has a mind. Everybody here thinks. Do you realize that your power, your thought power, is what you're creating? Is you can create whatever you wanted. With that thought power, you can activate anything you wanted. This is the interesting fact. So I always ask this question when I teach meditation. I heard from someone called Earl Nightingale, one of the old, very, he's no longer alive. He shared this example. I really liked it. Imagine you have a popcorn in your hand and a poison seed in both hands, and you're planting in the same equal ground. You're planting everything in an equal ground. We give you equal attention. You pouring the water, giving equal sunset. Which one will come up? People sometimes say, popcorn will come out, because being a nice popcorn poison is not good. Interestingly, the both will come out. The both will come on naturally, beautifully. Imagine even poisons will grow up naturally, very beautifully. And this is interesting, because our ground does not know which is good, which is bad. That's why it's coming up, both naturally comes up. It's the same, our mind. Our mind is like a ground field. It doesn't know what is good, but it's bad. Whatever you think, the one you're going to determine which one grow up. The way you think, what you input is going to come out. The mind is your obedient servant. They say in the old story, the genius. Whatever you tell your genie, it will bring it out. In those days, they say only 3 wishes you can ask your genie. Now you can ask multiple things, ask your genie. Because once you know what you wanted, when you desire to have something, you can simply tell your genie, and this is what I want. He will go to work for it. But of course, we have to do something. There's nothing called free these days. You have to do something. I mean, what you do it. Fortunately, one of the things I learned in meditation, thinking in a right way. That of course that people nowadays, I don't know, most people nowadays interested in meditation. Sometimes people doesn't like the word meditation. That this is become the blessing for me. So because of my already practicing my thought power, this power is become very easy to activate whatever you want to. One of my inspiration for you is, if you really want to activate the inner genius or whatever you wanted, you need to know what you really wanted. If you don't know what you wanted, it's very hard. Unfortunately, my dad gave me that aim. So I want you to complete the degree. So that was my motivation, because then I can have what I wanted. So that became my motivation, to complete the degree. So now how do I do it? I don't know how I'm going to do it, because my English is not good enough. My marks to get into university, don't even ask. Because I wasn't interested in study. My marks is 0. I mean, not zero, but not enough to get to the university. Even the Sydney University, one of the famous university in Australia. So because I feed that power into mind, things happen, I got an admission. And then, of course, again, we need to get through I did study, I did all my examination because the power of the meditation, the power of the mind, I could easily, not easily with the effort, of course, when I said no effort, but it said some input needed. So I could overcome that, my goal, and so many part of the list activated. So this is there are so many, because even when I was in India, I remember another incident very powerfully. It's not real, but I had a dream or vision, I don't know. I'm sitting in a cottage and people coming into the cottage with some problem, some sorrow. They're coming with a sad face. When they're coming into the sorrow in the cottage, and when they leave the cottage and they're going with the happy, they're happy. So I had a very interesting, I told this experience to the Guruji at the time in the place. He told me, maybe this is what you need to do. And he told everyone in the audience there, anyone have any problem, come and see Keethan. So many times, so many people started come and share their problem. Hearing their problem, I started to have a headache. But anyway, that's, but he inspired me. Don't think as a headache, this is an opportunity to serve people. That's, but anyway, that's for some time when then I came to Australia. But realizing, reflecting that experience, that I realized this is the path I need to work on. That's also part of that's why when I came to Australia, my career also, I chose to be one of the serving profession, which is a nurse, one of the beautiful profession I really enjoy, even though there are so many challenges and everything. Anyways, part of the motivation for you, knowing this program, if you want anything to achieve it, first decide what you want. You need to know what you want. Then write it down in a piece of paper. This is what I wanted. And then ask yourself, what sort of person I need to become? Who do I need to become to have this? Write it down. Who do I need to become to achieve this? And when you write it down, I'm telling you, your request go into your subconscious mind, your obedience has started to work for it. They say it's in a very beautiful saying, when the student is ready, teacher will appear. You will be surprised who will come in your life. You will be surprised what books you need to read. You will be surprised what program you need to attend. That's how I came to know this meditation. Somehow, I was passing by, someone was handing the flyer to me. I was reading that you want to study well, you want to experience spiritual, something like that. That triggered me. Oh, you want to experience concentration. Everything what I wanted was in that flyer. So that's how I came to know this meditation many years ago. It was a blessing. Even I tried to go away from the meditation, and because I planted the seed long time ago, another opportunity came. One of my friends actually called me. Then there's a flyer, there's a program happening in the park near me. You want to come? I said, I don't want to come. I need to go to tuition or something. He said, you come and go. Then, so okay, I'll come and go. When I went there, then I was disconnected with this meditation for a long time. When I went to that place, I saw that the same meditation center I was connected with years ago. So that's how I started this meditation again, and my life will never be the same again. So this is my little experience of realizing, reflecting. Anyone, I hope you get that the excitement I have. Anyone can create anything you wanted by activating your inner superpower, using your power of thought, your power of the mind. You have it.
Wonderful. Yes, when we can clearly see the excitement that you're sharing it with, and how happy you might have felt at the point when you realized that what a powerful tool I have inside and what all it can achieve. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
If I could ask.
Yes, sure. Yeah, carry on.
So you mentioned that whatever we want to do, we can make a list, and once it's gone in, the seed is planted, and then it will bear a fruit eventually. But has it happened sometimes that you've planted a seed, but when you're on the journey, there are storms that may have come, or you've had to face some challenges for it to challenges to face before you can achieve it? Anything on that
Absolutely.
lines?
Absolutely. This is I really liked it. Of course, that this is the blessing. I think Jim Brown, the quote he says, don't wish for easy, wish for you have more talents. He says, all the experience, whatever experience we have in our life, it's never come to us to put us down. It's coming to us to empower you, to say you have the more power than you thought of. This is the story of, I can go of the story after story, the story of Mahabharata, story of Ramayana, story of Mahanama. It is one of the character in Indian story. Everything, we have the inner power, every single thing happening in our lives to strengthen you. Yes, I did have so many challenges, because fortunately, through my study of personal development, through some meditation, every challenges I saw as an opportunity to grow instead of putting me down. So that helped me to overcome. And that, because I had that experience, guess what? Next time I come, I know this. Through this, I achieved. Through this, I can do it. Through this how I overcome it. That's what I love, reading the stories and biography of the people who achieve things. You say probably heard Edison. Someone asked Edison, realize you failed 10,000 times before you invented the lamp, the electricity? He said, I didn't fail. I learned there is 9,990 times the things never worked. So I gained that experience to figure out the 10,000 times it worked because of that experience. So it will come, that will help you, never going to put you down.
That is also like another seed, that when there's a challenge, you see that as an opportunity. So the thought you create is not that, oh, I'm failing, but it is like, oh, this is another learning that I'm gaining or I'm growing. So that's another seed which will help you grow rather than pull you down.
So consider this as also, this is what I consider. Every failure is not it's failure. It's not either you win, either you learn. You never lose. If you win, you win. Great, congratulations. If you don't win, you learn. You move on. You become experienced. So there are so many people say, how did you make up the big investment? He said, I failed many times. So anyway, that's how it is.
And would you also say that sometimes many of us are very good at making a wish list, but then in between making that list and it coming into practical, there's a lack of determination possibly, or what do you think is required as a bridge between this list and it becoming practical?
Well, if you want to achieve, I don't want anyone to limit because whatever you want, first you need to write it down. Whatever you want, anything, doesn't matter. So even if you want to make up so much money, to write it down. You want to have better health, write it down. People sometimes spirituality say, you are spirituality, you shouldn't be rich or anyway, all these things. Doesn't matter. But you mentioned a key word. You meant the key word is the determination. That is the key. That is the golden key to achieve whatever you wanted. That's the determination. Because all the challenges and this obstacle, it's come to test you whether you really want those in the list. You really want it? Are you worthy enough? Are you worthy of this? All these things will come. So you need to use the power of determination to overcome those things and achieve it. Hope you answered the question. Is it clear? Yeah, definitely. Using the power of determination is the key, and anything can be possible. I'm still working on another list.
Has your list grown longer, or is it growing shorter, or is it working both ways?
The list never ends actually. When you achieve something, you go to the next list. So my list, of course, is grown and bigger and even more. It's even more. Actually, everything I want is happening also. I never imagined, I never even thought about I will be speaking, teaching people in front. I'm the one of the another in school participation is school sometime, and I never participate in school curricular activities, but accidentally I won one prize accidentally, and my teacher, they calling my name to come on stage to receive the gift. I didn't want to. I was so nervous to go. My teacher doing so many programs, everything. I sometimes wonder, is it really me? Because this is what you can happen when you really, really pay attention to your mind and thoughts power and your inner desire.
That's wonderful. And as you said, like inner desire, it has to be of benevolence, I would assume.
Definitely, yes. I'm glad you mentioned that. It's nothing selfish. It has to be something positive. Imagine position also will grow, but it won't serve you. So it has to be something good that you can feel proud of. Something you can feel always positive, always something good. It's definitely it's give you a good experience.
Thank you, Brother Keethan. That was wonderful. So all about the super tool that we have and how do we activate it, what is the key, and what's the process to reach and achieve whatever we need in life in a way.
Need to say that meditation has been the biggest gift for me. So combine this with meditation. That's, if you have a meditating, you have list in front of you and meditate. The list will give you motivation. This is what I want. The reason I think people don't experience, they don't do anything with this, they have no reward attached to what they want to do. When you attach the reward, what you want to achieve, anything you can overcome. That's my reward was complete the degree. So meditation becomes the tool to overcome this. Of course, I had the technique how to do it, but the meditation made my life so easy. And thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Brother Keethan. And as you mentioned about meditation, let's all get into a few moments of meditation by a commentary.
Thank you.
Om Shanti. Let me travel on an inner journey, a journey where I can meet myself, I can talk to myself. I draw my attention in the center of my forehead, and I see a radiant light, a sparkling star in the middle of my eyebrows. This star is a pure energy, a source of light, a store of peace. This is me, a vibrant energy. I am a soul. I have received this physical dimension of 5 elements to play my part in the physical world of 5 elements. My physical costume helps me to interact and communicate with the world out there. With this body, I'm able to socialize with my friends, family, and many others. And I am aware that they too are playing the best of their roles on this world stage. I gradually allow my thoughts to slow down. I start analyzing my thoughts. I start creating pure and positive affirmations. I am a being of peace. I am a being of joy. I am a being of love. I connect myself to the Supreme Authority, who is the highest on high, the Father of all souls. He is the Divine Being. He is the Divine Light. I feel myself absorbed in His light. I experience the warmth and love in His company. I feel myself charged by connecting to Him. Stay in this experience for a few seconds and you may return to your awareness at your own pace. Om Shanti.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. And we'll see you again in a couple of weeks with another interesting episode. And if you would like to know more about us, please do visit our website, www.brahmakumaris.org.au. You'll find all our various programs, courses listed there, even the addresses of our meditation centers listed there, which you could visit whichever is in your local area. So thank you for joining in today, and thank you, Brother Keethan, for the wonderful sharing. Hope all of us activate our inner supercomputers and become super powerful. Thank you once again. Om Shanti.